This is day. I know.
That's too funny.
This is day 30, the green smoothie revolution. Arnold has just brought the cat back in the house.
Why'd you put him in?
Well, I know whether you want for him to be out.
And this is the garden behind the house.
Okay, right now we're stuff. Actually, all my roommates are here except for
Roy.
Angela, Kyoko, Roy. Anyway, this is actually this is Steffi's garden. I did not get involved at all, I must say. I'm not a garden person. I'm not a garden person. I feel like I just don't have time to do it. I mean, either like it or don't like it. Right now, as of today, I don't like doing it. Your turn. Yeah, what are you doing?
What am I supposed to say?
So what you did, how it came about, what you expect from it, why this way?
Well, what I expect is all this beautiful food that I put energy into to nourish me. And I have a lot of stuff growing.
What do you have growing?
I have a couple kinds of greens. I have beans.
This is for the green smoothie, right?
What?
This is for your green smoothie? No.
No, not these kind of greens.
Okay.
Those greens wouldn't be good to grow until later in the year because now it'll be too hot and it'll bolt too quick. So you can't have like kales and collards and spinaches. You don't want to be growing that right now. That'd be earlier in the spring or later in the year, like late summer. You want to start planting that.
So you can take us a tour?
If I can, if you want me to. Okay, so these two beds here are basically greens, except here I put some radish and carrot. And I ended up putting 2 tomatoes over there.
These are raised beds, right?
I raised the beds, yes.
And you need that with a rototiller.
Well, we had I had a friend till it, and then the rest of the garden, I shoveled it out and made the raised beds.
That's the best way to do a garden?
I don't know if it's the best way, but I mean, every garden that I've ever done, it works a lot better from my seeing.
And that's your compost.
That's the compost.
And you take the compost and mix it in with the dirt?
Well, once it's ready.
Okay.
There's a whole process with composting.
Yeah.
It has to break down, and you have to flip it every couple days, because if you don't flip it, then there's a bacteria that grows in the compost that you don't actually want in your garden.
Wow.
So you're supposed to flip your compost every few days.
Okay.
Because you don't want that bacteria in your soil with your produce or anything like that.
Good.
And then here I have like cantaloupe and watermelon and marigold and some basil throughout.
What are these little mounds? What are
those are the mounds. That's for the watermelon and the cantaloupe because they take up so much space.
Right.
That you can't really plant, cantaloupe or you can't plant certain things too close. Like I have 3 in there right now, and the one who looks the strongest is going to stay out of the 3.
Wow.
Because it's a whole different process, and so there's just going to be 1 on each mound, and it's that spread far apart because it just takes up so much space.
Huh.
I mean, you got to think about how big the watermelons are. Plus, it's a vine. It's a vine fruit, So
watermelons are vines.
What?
What about greens? Are they vines?
Greens?
Yeah.
No.
Greens are not vines?
No. Nope. This bed I have beets, and I have some chives and parsley, and threw basil in there. Marigold. Marigold's a very good bug deterrent.
What about animal deterrent?
No. Good thing with that is my cat's running out here and marking their territory.
All right.
And then that kind of a thing will help
Now
that.
stop.
Yeah. And then this one is zucchini, and I have beans in throughout some of the beds because that helps put nitrogen into the soil, which helps the plants grow even better. So this is 3 zucchinis in each bed, and once again, that's in the squash family, so you can't plant too many together because it takes up so much space. And then this bed is cucumbers, and once again there's 3 in there just because it's a squash family. And then I have some beans, some marigold, or some beets.
And marigolds for what purpose?
marigolds are a bug deterrent.
Wow.
So
Yeah, marigolds are also animal deterrent, so you said?
no, just a bug deterrent.
Huh.
And this one I have radish again. And I gotta thin the radish out.
And it's not going to be organic. Use organic soil?
Well, it's organic because I didn't chemicalize it, but if you want to actually do a true organic soil, you'd actually have to have a whole process, like somebody come and like process it, check the soil, and plus it also would have to be it would have to be organic for 7 years plus.
Wow.
That's like, you know, a thing. But I mean, in truthful, as of right now, yes, it's chemical free.
So you just water it every day?
I water it in the morning and at night. I don't do it every morning and night. Like if it rains, I don't need to water it. And if it's cloudy outside, then, you know, it's a little bit cooler, so that's another...
What else did you put in besides water? That's
Just
it?
water.
You put
Water and my love.
You put a plant in there, what do you call them, starters?
Well, some
And
of
you
them are
add
starts
water?
and some are seeds.
How much yield would this be? What do you yield on this speed, do you know?
What do I yield out of this?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
A couple
see.
100 pounds?
I don't know.
He asked that at the last place we were to.
I'm not sure. This one I have peppers in here, radish, carrot also on the other end with
Nice.
some basil and marigold. And then my last bed that I have is tomatoes, basil. I planted basil in with the tomatoes because that's a very good companion planting, and so are the marigolds. Marigolds, I like to companion plant if I can. So I have that, and then I also started some stuff by seed called shiso, and it's an herb, and it's kind of curry-like from
How
what
many
they
inches
say.
apart they have to be?
Tomatoes should be about 18 to I think 24 inches apart.
Wow.
Same with peppers.
7 to 16?
No, that should be almost 3 feet apart because
Wow.
of how much it spreads.
Wow.
If not, it'll just be too overcrowded.
Wow.
Plus, it'll take up too much nutrients from the other plant.
Well, how come they eat in the middle?
Well, it's trenches for water because this yard, when it rains, it collects a lot of water. So I have the trenches in there for that, and then also they're like pathways. It's like an Aztec style garden. I mean,
Wow.
this is my 4th garden that have had. Plus, I've worked on organic farms, and I personally enjoy this way better. Plus, it's more fun. I like the labor of it. I like
Walk
playing in
through
the dirt.
trenches?
Yeah, it's pathways, and plus when you can just kneel in there and pull
Oh, right,
weeds,
right.
you know, and play with it a lot easier rather
You
than
pull the weeds?
yeah, you don't want the weeds because the weeds are also going to pull nutrients from your plant, so you want to keep it weed free.
Okay.
So
Yes, thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, Stephanie, we were on day 30 at 7 o'clock. I had no place to go. I said, Stephanie, what are you doing right now? She says, okay, whatever you want. Actually, you were expecting my...
I was. I had it. I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So and yeah.
One thing is, Stephanie is lots of love. She gives like the best hugs all the time. Her whole being is love, to tell you the
Oh,
truth.
thanks.
It is. I just can't, just sometimes I'm totally amazed by her presence.
Aw, that's cool.
And actually, we're not giving a hug, but generally what we do is all our roommates, for the most part, we hug each other in the morning. And hug each other, everyone, the men, the females. It's a very mellow, yellow house. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, so it's very mellow. We do. And even Josh is here, Kyoko. I don't know so much Roy. Anyway.
Better post this on Facebook.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.